KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We made it! We made it! We made it! We made it! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house! When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We made it. And let's go to the house. And let's go to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this hollering, we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up with chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from that. He's a man. They can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's who I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You had no work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We made it. And let's go to the house. And let's go to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
All right, now this game is just getting started here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones, and I'm masked up. I am masked up. As you see, we got the new KWWJ face mask. Got my initials on it, AJ, and I am masked up for the show, man. I am masked up. Want to appreciate Miss Shiloh Radio and my longtime friend and program director. So again, we in here. You know what I always say, wear your mask, wash your hands, 30 seconds or more, sanitize everything around you, be sensitive to everybody around you, and whatever you do, get at people 6 feet. Get those people 6 feet. I just don't get it why people can't count. They even put things on the ground for you to say, okay, that's 6 feet, that's 6 feet. Just stand on your spot. Be breathing all down my neck, but I got my mask. I'm excited. All right, let me put it on again, let y'all check it out. That's how we do it. KWW, well, no, that's AJ. KWWJ, AJ. Yeah, we rolling. All right, so the Texans interviewed Louis Riddick yesterday. Louis Riddick, Monday Night Football. I like him. He's my favorite. And then Brian Greasy, he all right. And then Steve Levy is just horrible. I'm sorry. I know I should be more respectful and all that, but you know what? I'm not going to Hades for lying. Dude is horrible. I'm glad he got the job and the opportunity. Good for him. I'm not hating on him, but bruh, I mean, seriously, like for real. There's like 5,689,000 other people they could have got besides Steve Levy. But I digress. The Texans interviewed Louis Riddick, who has been a front office guy a couple of times, been in Washington, Philly, been a pro scout, been over the pro scouting departments at a couple of spots, and is interviewing with the Texans for their GM spot. I also understand that he is either interviewing or has already interviewed with the Detroit Lions. I got Willy Gibson, broadcast journalist from Columbus, Ohio, covers the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes, and the Cleveland Browns. Got him coming on. We'll talk a little bit about Louis Riddick. Former player, so, he's got that edge that Garrett Jones also has, and that he's a former player. In fact, several of his family members have played in the league. His brother played, his cousin played. So not many people can understand the players from a GM perspective better than guys like Louis Riddick, Garrett Jones, Alonzo Highsmith. But I said to somebody yesterday, I just hope whoever they bring in will cut whatever pipeline there is between the New England Patriots and the Houston Texans. It is time to cut that pipeline. And I'm talking about for players, coaches, general manager candidates, everybody. Just there's like 30, there are 30 other teams out there. Not named the Texans, not named New England. Work some other, it don't take skill to keep working with the same people that you know, especially if it hasn't worked. The definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. So if they bring in Louis Riddick, and I ain't hating on the brother, if they bring him in, you can't bring in no New England head coaches or assistant coaches to be head coaches or assistant coaches to be assistant coach. Just can't do it. Is there anybody like me that is tired of the whole New England connection? We are not New England of the South. I don't care how much people say they could duplicate what they learned under Bill Belichick, they can't. They're lying. Or they're overestimating and undervaluing what they learned and what Bill Belichick does, how he does it. If anybody could do it, Bill Belichick would have a coaching tree out of this world. Only 2 coaches from the Bill Belichick coaching tree were successful, have an overall winning record. Mike Vrabel and the dude that was here before. And thank goodness for the dude that was here before, he was in the AFC South because he benefited from some down years in a conference in a division that was mediocre. It ain't like he won the AFC West or the NFC South or the NFC West. It's not like he won the AFC North. So please, whoever they bring in has got to avow and promise, I will not shop in New England. I won't. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's time to make it stop. New England is a dynasty by itself. They are not contagious. You can't bump up against somebody from New England and all of a sudden become brilliant. Go get me somebody from the Andy Reid coaching tree. Go get me somebody from the Mike Tomlin coaching tree. Go get me somebody from the Tony Dungy coaching tree, for Christ's sake. You're going to win right. Hey, Gina Fleming, what's up, my black and gold sister? I'm tired. I'm tired, boss. I'm tired of the whole New England thing. All right, let me go ahead and get a break. This segment brought to you by the Tax Doctor and my new favorite commercial person, Lily. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch break.
Hi, my name is Lily. My mom and dad used to fight about money all the time. Then one day, I heard them talking about this guy, some uncle I never knew called Uncle Sam. Well, they say this Uncle Sam guy wanted them to pay him like $1 gazillion, and they didn't have $1 gazillion. So they called this company they heard on the radio called the Tax Doctor. And the Tax Doctor worked with Uncle Sam's people. I think they're called the IRS. And they are able to work it out so my mom and dad didn't have to pay Uncle Sam very much money at all. So now mom and dad are happy, and I'm happy too. Thanks, Tax Doctor.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, call now and pay less. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. That's 800-603-9359. Here's an important COVID-19 school system update for your local area. If you're concerned about your child's education, please pay close attention to this message. The current school systems were not set up for at-home learning. If you're worried that your child may not be getting the grades they need to get ahead, maybe losing self-confidence, or you're worried about them getting into a good college because of their grades, help is available to you. Call Great Potential Tutoring. They can help with in-home or online tutoring and help your child with any subject and every grade level, even for test prep. They're experts in the home tutoring and online tutoring field and confident they can help you and your child get better grades today. Call now for your free consultation. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. That's 800-580-7680.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's AJ Jones with the lunch break on the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3 FM. It's that time of year when we are reminded of all the things we should be thankful for and that it's more blessed to give than to receive. So with that in mind, on Wednesdays from now through Christmas, we'll give you a chance to win a gift certificate from Butterball. That's right, you can win a gift certificate for a Butterball turkey on Wednesdays on the lunch break between 12 and 2. Just be the right caller, and your Butterball turkey will be on us at the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who've helped people that have been injured or wronged. Have you been diagnosed with cancer? Are you one of the millions who have taken Zantac or other generic versions of this popular drug to help treat stomach issues? Then pay close attention to this message. The FDA said it detected low levels of a probable cancer-causing chemical known as NDMA in Zantac and other generic forms of this popular drug. They've banned sales and even removed it from the market. If you've been diagnosed with cancer and you've taken Zantac or a generic equivalent, call the legal helpline now. You could receive a free cash award and have your medical expenses covered. And there's no upfront cost to you. They only get paid if you win. So please call now. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. That's 800-251-7816.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
Now let's get back to the lunch break with AJ on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
All right, we are back here on the lunch break. It's Throwback Thursday. I'm AJ Jones. It's a good day, sunny out here, a little chilly. Now, Willy Gibson's gonna come on. Man, it ain't chilly. El Michelle is probably raging through the snow, dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the hills we go, laughing all the way. Ha ha ha! It's a little chilly out. I had to pull the hoodie out. I had to pull the hoodie out because it's a little chilly. Little chilly out. Gina Fleming gets out at no o'clock in cold weather and goes and runs like 88 miles. Like, oh yeah, I put in 88 today. 88 what? Miles? I do 3 and I'm ready to put one of those 13.1s on the back of my car. I do 3 miles and I feel like it's 13 and a half. I'm telling people I've done a half marathon. Where'd you do a half marathon at? In my neighborhood. Oh, for real? No, I just did 3 miles. I didn't have marathon, but felt like it. Felt like it. It's cold out there. It's cold out there. Hey, Alexis Tannehill. Alexis looking good. Alexis had a good 2020. Alexis had a good 2020. Glad to see you, my friend. Miss you. Got to give you a non-Rona hug when I see you. Keith Hennig, I drove 88 miles on Monday. It can be done. Bro, listen, I was a sprinter. I ran high hurdles. I was a sprinter. 110 highs. Anything over a quarter mile is a bus ride, is a car ride. I mean, if I run 5 miles, how am I going to get back? I got an Uber to get back if I run 5 miles. That's why I keep it below 3. Yeah, man. My whole thing is pace. I want my splits to be in the 9-10 minute range. If I can do a 9-minute mile, oh, bro. Oh, man. Come on. Gina Fleming, though, she's legit. Gina Fleming is legit. She eats right, she works out, she lives right, and she supports the right team. She don't have to worry about all them New England wannabes trying to be the head coach and the Joe. They did have a offensive coordinator, though, one time from New England, didn't they? That didn't work out too good. They got rid of his tail. What was his name? I forget his name. Him and Mike Tomlin didn't get along at all. I'm not surprised. Mike Tomlin strikes me as the guy that if you fake as a $3 bill, he'll know it. He'll know it. Like you won't fool Mike Tomlin with being fake. Let me pull my camera down so y'all can see my Central State University HBCU shirt. Got to give some love to one of the HBCUs got a win last night in college basketball over a Group of 5 school. Let's see, who was it? I think it was Grambling. Grambling beat University of Louisiana Monroe 78-61. Big win. Florida A&M the day before got a big win over, let's see, FAMU. Who did they beat? Yeah, FAMU beat Austin Peay 76-70. So the HBCUs are rocking. The HBCUs are rocking. Great day recruiting-wise for Deion Sanders. Gina Fleming said, bye. Gina, you got to go. Bye, Gina. It's always fun to have you drop in on us. That's my black and gold sister. But, yeah, Deion Sanders not only got his son that he had before, but his other son, defensive back, joined the team. All right, let me take a break. I'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Linda J. I recently purchased 4 new tires from OMG Tires and More, located at 3124 Tidwell between 59 and Jensen. TK got me in and out in less than 30 minutes. While there, I got my car washed. Do you need rims for your car? OMG has them too. OMG Tires and More is your one-stop shop for all your tire needs. So give them a call at 832-767-3211. That's 832-767-3211. Conveniently located at 3124 Tidwell between 59 and Jensen on the north side.
Here's an important COVID-19 school system update for your local area. If you're concerned about your child's education, please pay close attention to this message. The current school systems were not set up for at-home learning. If you're worried that your child may not be getting the grades they need to get ahead, may be losing self-confidence, or you're worried about them getting into a good college because of their grades, help is available to you. Call Grade Potential Tutoring. They can help with in-home or online tutoring and help your child with any subject at every grade level, even for test prep. They're experts in the home tutoring and online tutoring field and confident they can help you and your child get better grades today. Call now for your free consultation. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. That's 800-580-7680.
I'm Mayor Sylvester Turner. We need to be mindful of everyone's health and safety when planning family gatherings. Make a plan and share it with your guests. Get tested at one of the many free testing sites within the city. Wear your mask, wash your hands frequently, and social distance, so you can enjoy your time together with peace of mind. Protecting our loved ones is the most important thing for all of us. Mask up, Houston. We're better together.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Two radio stations in one.
I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 AM, and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
You're listening to The Lunch Break with AJ on the legendary KYOK 1140
Scully it out. Scully it out. Scully it out. Scully it out.
Oh my gosh, man. We're back on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is our Throwback Thursday. And this dude here, Willy Gibson, man, got his skull cap on. And Willie, is that a
just a little bit. Just a little something for little brisk
you act
brisk
like it's
31
cold
degrees. Little brisk 31 degrees this afternoon in Columbus, Ohio. That's it.
Willie, 31 degrees, we going swimming down here.
Stop it. You said it was chilly
31.
this morning. You got hoodies out.
31, I'm doing it like I'm pulling the guns out on 31, Doc.
Stop it. Come on, man. I just wanted to just let you know what time it was up here, man. That's
Willie,
all.
stop, man.
That's
It ain't
all.
that cold up there.
Bruh, 31 degrees, bruh. 31 degrees. That's the high. That's not the low. That's the high. Yeah. You know, bring the SEC up here now. Y'all want to play the SEC challenge? Come up here now and play.
I'm disappointed in you. You got to be like one of those linemen or wide receivers that's out there with no shirt on underneath. You just got the guns out. That's all you got out is the gun.
Okay, you do it, I do it. You do it, I do it.
I'm doing it now. It's cold out there.
Man, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Come on. Yeah. Nah, I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there.
Willie.
Y'all don't want this. Y'all don't want this smoke up here. Y'all don't want this.
Willie.
Mm-hmm.
I got an echo in the background. You got your music up. You listening to me in the background.
I am. I did. That was my error.
That's no problem. I'm going to let you make it on that. But this whole, I need a skull cap and I got my sweater on. Come on, man. We them dogs, bro. We them dogs.
But you just said it was chilly.
It is. It's chilly out there. But you see how I'm gunned up?
Yeah.
I don't have on no thermal underwear under here.
Okay. Who you trying to convince, me or you?
I don't even have my skull cap. If it gets 25 below, this is all I'm wearing. This is all I got.
That's it. 25 below what? 25 below what?
I'm going in it.
25 below what? 70? 25 below 70? 55 for all those, you know.
I got a high five you on that one.
Yeah, 45 for all those. Yeah, 25 below 70. Yeah.
Hold on, Gina. I thought you was gone. You're not helping me right now. Gina Fleming says 51 in H-Town. Listen, you remember that playoff game years ago with the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Diego Chargers?
Yeah.
And it was negative 100. You know, you got to embellish. It was negative 100.
Yeah, 59 below was the real, but yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
Listen,
yeah.
Me and my dad were at that game, bro. Me and my dad were at that game.
Wow.
And I watched the whole time. I want to go home. my dad's like, boy, I paid for these tickets for this playoff game. You better sit there and enjoy the game, drink your hot chocolate. It ain't hot no more.
Yeah, yeah.
I will say this though, there were some guys that took their shirt off and they had the letters for the Bengals on it, and they were the same guys that we saw getting treatment when we were walking out.
Yeah, they had a little antifreeze, maybe. Yeah.
Willie. All right.
Yes, sir.
Riddick.
Louis Riddick.
Texas interviewed him yesterday. Got a pretty impressive resume. Been in the front office with Washington, been in the front office with Philadelphia, was over pro scouting, pro player department, and has done a phenomenal job, even in the broadcast booth. He's my number one on that Monday Night Football team. I mean, by far. Like, if there's a number two, it's him, So what's the deal on Louis Riddick? I know he interviewed up there in Cleveland as well.
No, he didn't. He did not. Last year, the story was Josh McDaniel was interviewed before Kevin Stefanski was hired, and it was reported that it would be a similar role to John or Kyle Shanahan bringing John Lynch to San Francisco as his GM. If Josh McDaniel, one of his demands, if you will, was he wanted to bring his guy, Louis Riddick, with him to Cleveland. And Andrew Berry was already in place here in Cleveland. That never was going to happen. The Haslams love Andrew Berry. He's done a phenomenal job with the culture reset here in Cleveland, or there in Cleveland. And it wasn't to be. So I don't know if it works in reverse, that if Louis Riddick was to join the team, that he would bring Josh with him. That remains to be seen. But I know last year the report was that if McDaniels were to get hired, he would bring Louis Riddick as his GM.
That's interesting to me. We got Willy Gibson joining us, broadcast journalist from Columbus, Ohio, covers the Buckeyes and the Big Ten as well as the Cleveland Browns. It's interesting to me that teams would allow their head coach to pick a general manager and not the other way around. I mean, I know Gruden did it in Oakland when, before they moved to Vegas, when he got Reggie McKenzie fired. I mean, Reggie McKenzie, like, the brother was killing it out there, and here comes Gruden, and now they stuck with Mike Mayock.
Yeah, ownership.
Yeah, you're right.
Ownership. It's ownership.
Yeah, I'll say this: I like Josh McDaniels. I like him. I think he's a top offensive coordinator, top tier offensive coordinator. He's the one guy who said he won with Tim Tebow. He did. That says a lot to me about him. He can coach with what he's got. I don't want him in Houston. I don't want anything else with New England on it. Like you know how they scan. Well, you don't go to them in the clubs. The clubs I go to, the real hard hole in the walls. They scan you down. They wand you, bro. They like wand you and they frisk you real good. And then the brothers look you in your eye and make sure you right. I need to check everybody coming through the door to make sure they got no New England on them. Like if you say New England, you out. If you've been to New England, you out. If you coached in New England, if you wanted to coach in New England, we through with y'all. We done. We done.
So guilty by association. No more.
Yeah.
No.
Because guys get jobs by association. Remember a couple of years ago when they hired everybody who thought they knew Sean McVay?
Yep.
Wanted to know Sean McVay was in a picture with Sean McVay. They hired all of them. It's the same thing with the New England. We don't need no more New England. There's 30 other teams out there that we can pick from. I'd like a Andy Reid coaching tree, Mike Tomlin coaching tree, Tony Dungy coaching tree. I don't need no more Bill Belichick coaching trees.
Yeah, I understand. I get it.
I don't want to mess Louis Riddick up, because of the whole New England connection.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, what I hear, like you said, the Texans did interview him yesterday. I do know he's interviewing tomorrow in Detroit, and he's like the odds-on favorite in Detroit, from what I'm hearing. It's not
Detroit went down that New England rabbit hole as well.
They did.
Yeah.
They have former Alliance players. Barry Sanders is involved in the coaching search, and Kris Spellman was hired Tuesday as senior assistant to the owner. Former Buckeye Kris Spellman, Lions linebacker as well. So they're bringing former players back in the fold as decision makers on this search. So, and I know Spillman and Riddick are very close from their times as players. I believe they entered the league together, if I remember properly. So,
okay, yeah, I would like to see more former players get an opportunity to be in that role because, I was talking with Garrett Jones the other day, and I think one of the things that got Bill O'Brien in trouble was a superiority complex. Like I'm smarter than all y'all. I'm definitely better than all y'all. I'm doing y'all a favor to be a player's coach. Mm-hmm. But as a GM, I'm the one, and that was up and down. He probably treated Cal like he was better than him. Mm-hmm. To have former players in that role, it gives it a different dynamic. There's a level of understanding and a comprehension that some of these GMs don't have.
Oh, without question. Without question, because it's easy to say, I understand. I know how you feel, when in actuality, you don't. So when you have that former player aspect, that can go out there and say, hey, I know what it's like to go through OTAs. I know what it's like to go through training camp, 3-a-days, 2-a-days. I've negotiated a contract and not liked what was presented to me by ownership and the GM. So those aspects are underrated, I believe, when it comes to front office positions in sports, not just exclusively to the NFL.
Right. No, I agree with that. Again, Willy Gibson joining us here on the lunch break. Real quick, let me get Keith in again. He said Josh McDaniels is the heir apparent to in Foxborough. He's not going anywhere. I really hope he gets that job. That would make sense. I wouldn't care about the Rooney Rule. Just give him the job. That literally makes sense. That's hand in glove right there.
Yeah, I believe so. He turned down Indianapolis when Kraft got on the jet and sat down with him, and I believe that was the wink, hush, nod rule or agreement that was made that when Belichick retires or decides to hang it up, Josh McDaniel was the heir apparent.
Yeah, it makes sense. It really does. It really does. There's a guy in New England that I don't want no parts of. He's already cost this organization a couple of draft picks, and that's Nick Caserio. Mm-hmm. To me, if Cal McNair brings in Nick Caserio, or who was the former GM there in Cleveland before Barry?
Sashi Brown. Or no, Dorsey. John Dorsey.
If he brings in John Dorsey, it's the same old. It's nothing new. It's same old soup. They just warmed it up again for the new day, and nothing will be different. They're going to try to make money and compete, look like they're going to compete, but they ain't trying to win nothing if they bring in Nick Caserio and John Dorsey. I
will say this: John Dorsey is getting a bad rap in Cleveland for his time in Cleveland. John Dorsey actually did well. He just had one mistake. He did well. If you look at what he did, his trades, his draft picks, he did well. He just messed up and hired Freddie Kitchens as coach. And he couldn't. And once Freddie Kitchens flamed out, that was it. But if you look at his draft history in Cleveland, if you look at the trades that he made, players that are on this squad now, based on the trades that he made, Dorsey was fine other than the coach. Had he hired Stefanski 2 years ago when they interviewed him, John Dorsey could very well still be in Cleveland.
I know I should care, and I'm probably supposed to care. Mm-hmm. I give him credit. There's some guys, watch this, they're good in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. Marvin Lewis was real good in Cincinnati and didn't get credit for what he did in Cincinnati. Mm-hmm. Dude got that team to 5 playoff appearances. Mm-hmm. Put him somewhere else, he might not be as good. Mm-hmm. Bill Belichick lost in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm. Dorsey was good in Kansas City. Dorsey was good in Kansas City as well. He just lost a power struggle with Andy Reid.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't want John Dorsey. I don't want Casario. I don't want John Dorsey. I don't want them to bring in Brian Billick. I don't want them to get Bill Cowher out of the booth. I don't want them to go that old NFL regime. Bring us something fresh. Bring us something new. It's just time to do something different. This city has not seen anything like what they could see with a fresh-minded general manager along with a quarterback of the caliber of Deshaun Watson. Don't waste his career under some old school GM that's just going to be old school.
I understand the fandom in Houston. I get it. I understand.
Let's see. Al High said John Dorsey did well in Kansas City. He got into it with ownership, and then Dorsey has an eye for talent. All right, so bring him in, player personnel.
No, that guy's not coming anywhere as a player personnel director. Not at this stage.
He got an eye for talent.
No. A two-time GM to take a player personnel position? No.
But see, that's the thing. And you know me, I always try to act right when you come on. That's the thing. All the brothers got to go off and prove themselves after they don't do well. But John Dorsey gets I've got 2 times as a GM, bruh. Okay. Be a player personnel guy for a minute. Tell me you can do that.
I understand what you feel.
Willie said, I understand what you feel. Willie, you all right with me, man. I got to take a break. When we come back, I'll have my We Are the World on. I'll be better. I'll be better. We'll be right back with Willy Gibson right after this. If you want to get in, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. Willie, I want to get off the general manager search for a minute, and then I want to get in. We talked about it a little bit. I got the rankings for the recruiting classes yesterday, so let's talk about that for a minute when we come back right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. This segment is brought to you by the Care Team. If you don't have medical insurance, you and I both need it. Call these good folks at the Care Team, 281-990-1377. That's 281-990-1377. Or go online to careteamcares.com. We'll be right back.
My mom and dad used to fight about money all the time. Then one day, I heard them talking about this guy, some uncle I never knew, called Uncle Sam. Well, they say this Uncle Sam guy wanted them to pay him like $1 gazillion, and they didn't have $1 gazillion. So they called this company they heard on the radio called the Tax Doctor. And the Tax Doctor worked with Uncle Sam's people. I think they're called the IRS. And they're able to work it out so my mom and dad didn't have to pay Uncle Sam very much money at all. So now mom and dad are happy, and I'm happy too. Thanks, Tax Doctor.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, call now and pay less. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. That's 800-603-9359.
Now is a great time to replace your worn-out windows during the Renewal by Andersen 25-year savings event. Upgrade your home today. Buy 4 windows and get the 5th one free. Plus, get 12 months with no interest, no money down, and no payments. Call now. Get 4 windows and get the 5th one free. Installation and warranty included. Renewal by Andersen takes every CDC-recommended safety precaution to protect your family. For 25 years, people have trusted us for their window replacement needs, and you can. Call now to learn
My
about
fault
our
on that echo, man. I was listening to you, so I know what was going on when I came on while I was doing Ryan Day Media. So, and I forgot to turn it off. So, my bad.
Oh, no, you fine. No,
My bad.
800-330-1685.
So he was looking at me like, Willie, I'm like, what? What'd I do? But yeah, my bad.
Nah, it was your skull cap and your police fitting.
Bruh. I can show you. I can turn the camera and show you some winter wonderland outside if you want.
Hello, my name is Margaret, and I'm not a paid actor. I'm simply a very satisfied customer that has received
Something going on in the program. I can't.
help from the Care Team.
We'll talk offline.
Has saved.
We'll talk offline.
This is one of the many
Oh,
great
what you got?
results of care teams
What's
efforts.
Nothing. Nothing. Ooh, nothing.
Oh,
Assist you
Lord,
with our
what done
free
happened?
enrollment
Willie,
assistance program.
I ain't
Call
been able
now,
to finish the show. What happened?
281-990-1377. There are over 13
I
million
don't
people
know.
with medical insurance that should qualify for plans starting at $0 to $50 per month. Care team has
Look,
helped
I'm gonna do what the
thousands.
young kids say. I'm gonna text you.
This is AJ Jones and KYOK
I'm gonna
listeners.
text you.
Call
All right, text
now
it to me.
and see what you
Don't say
qualify
it though.
for at
Can't say it though.
281-990-1377. That's
Okay, I won't say it.
281-990-1377
I don't think I'm
or
gonna say
visit
it.
Care
Oh,
Team Care.
then I can't text.
No, text it to me. Text it to me. I
Hey,
ain't
what's
gonna
up,
say it.
everybody? It's AJ Jones with the lunch break on the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3 FM. It's that time of year when we are reminded of all the things we should be thankful for, and that it's more blessed to give than to receive. So with that in mind, on Wednesdays from now through Christmas, we'll give you a chance to win a gift certificate from Butterball. That's right, you can win a gift certificate for a Butterball turkey on Wednesdays on the lunch break between 12 and 2. Just be the right caller, and your Butterball turkey will be on us at the legendary
Michelle said that she want to know too.
AM 1140.
That's why I stopped, because I remember we not. Yeah, that's exactly why I caught myself like, all right, we not offline.
Let's get it. Lunch break crew. What's up with it?
Man, I tell you what, my drop's so hot, it makes 31 feel like 81. I'm just saying. With my drops, the 31 is the new 81. That's what it is. That's what it is.
I need them then. I need them. So just straight 31 up in here.
Bruh, I need you to connect with L. Michelle. She's
Okay.
right there. She's
We'll
like
do it.
right there.
We'll do it.
L. Michelle, right there.
We'll do it.
And get in her DMs and say, yo, I'm Willie G, and I need
Whoa. I'm not getting nobody's DMs, bro. I gotta fix that, bro. Come on, man.
This business. I'm talking business. You talking something else.
No, I gotta clarify because
L. Michelle, can you reach out professionally to Willy Gibson and get him some hot fire drops like mine? Don't make his as hot as mine. Make him like lukewarm drops.
Oh no, we don't do lukewarm. We don't do that.
Give him like level, like if I'm El Fuego, give him like level 3. Give him the level 3. Willie, what was the secret you was gonna text me?
I don't know no secrets. I don't know any secrets.
Okay. Is that here locally or is that up there?
What?
What you just sent me. Locally down here or up there?
Yes.
What? Which one? Down here?
We got a show, right? You said we was moving on to recruit classes, right? Recruiting classes.
Okay.
You're not gonna find it. What I just sent you is you're not gonna find it.
I'm not looking for it. I'm getting ready to talk recruiting classes.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what I'm looking at anyway. I'm just like, wow, okay. Something coming out. All right, so supposedly Alabama, again, had the #1 recruiting class in America. They got 6 5-star athletes, 14 4-star athletes, and 4 3-star athletes. So they were #1. #2 was the Ohio State University with 5 5-star athletes, 13 4-star athletes, and 3 3-star athletes. Give me an idea. I know y'all picked up a stud from here in Houston from Episcopal High School, offensive lineman that's like got an NFL body already.
Mm-hmm. So they tell me, and no disrespect, this is not to the kid in Houston or anyone else. 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, 1-star, no star. JJ Watt was a no star. So much respect to those that are in that genre. They that's what they tell me. Like we talked yesterday. There was a 2-star kid, a kid ranked as a 2-star that won the Heisman Trophy. I've seen 5-stars come here and never take off the cape in 5 years. The cape being the jacket that they wear when it's cold up here.
Yep.
So, I mean, I'm not a fan of the rankings. I follow it to be topical, but I understand the process, and it's to have as many 5 stars as you can. What I can say is Ohio State, for the second year in a row, did sign the number 1 player in the country this year's defensive end, Jack Sawyer, from Pickerington, Ohio, suburb of Columbus. Last year, it was wide receiver Julian Fleming from University Park, Pennsylvania, literally right in the backyard of Penn State University.
Right,
so,
right. No, I get it.
I mean, I get it, and that's fine. I look forward to seeing what those kids do once they get here after 2 years. Because you can tell me.
Let's track it like this. Alabama has consistently been a top power in college football. Ohio State as well. Here's where it gets iffy for me. At 3, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
What's Georgia doing with all that talent?
Letting it come to Ohio State.
When they going to beat Bama? When are they going to win the SEC? When is Georgia going to get over the hump?
Exactly. But they have all these 5 stars.
My point. Georgia is like Wisconsin to me. Wisconsin will always be wishing to beat Ohio State. When is Georgia going to get over that hump? But they got them at number 3. Number 4 is LSU. Listen, when you down as low as LSU is right now, LSU won their national championship last weekend when they beat Florida. And the fact that the committee didn't drop Florida down lower than they did, losing that game to LSU is a travesty.
Well, they need Alabama to be a higher ranked team. That was for Alabama. That wasn't for Florida, because Alabama plays Florida this week in the SEC championship game. That was to protect Alabama. You can't convince me otherwise.
I will go along with that. Number 5, they got Clemson. Makes sense. Number 6, Oregon. Makes sense. Oregon has become the USC, UCLA of the West. Oregon now recruits like those schools used to.
Nike money.
Yeah, well, that'll do it. At number 8, you got Florida. All right, so if Georgia is Wisconsin, then Florida is Indiana? No, Iowa. Always kind of good, but never good enough.
I apologize. I lost the audio when you started.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All right. So I said if Georgia is Wisconsin, then Florida would be Iowa. Always good, but never good enough.
Sure. I mean, and then you got to look at it. These kids now are looking at who's going to get me to the league and who consistently gets 3, 4, 5 first rounders a year. Ohio State, Alabama, Clemson. I mean, Ohio State had the top 3 picks in the draft last year. 1, 2, 3 were Ohio State players.
Right.
I understand Joe Burrow played for LSU. I just want to clarify. I know you, Joe. I just want to clarify.
We know the deal. We know where he came from. We know where he came from.
So 1, 2, 3 was Ohio State. So these kids want to get to Sundays.
Yeah. Here's the interesting thing. Notre Dame's at number 9. Notre Dame got no 5 stars, 14 3 stars, and 11 4 stars. Again, Notre Dame is that school. They're going to win a bunch of games in the regular season, but get them to a major bowl game with somebody that they didn't play in the regular season. Dude, it's going to be ugly.
Let me ask you this. You said Notre Dame is number 9 with 0 5-star recruits, right?
Yep.
Who's number 10?
Miami, the U.
How many 5-star recruits do they have? 2. So how is it that a team with 2 5? You see where I'm going.
That's what I said to you yesterday. Is it just me, or is this just And I love the group 24/7 Sports. I love them. I love the people that work there. Mm-hmm. They got some legit writers, and I know they're just doing their job. A&M is number 11, and then this is where it gets crazy. At number 12 is Michigan. At number 13, USC. 14, North Carolina makes sense. Tennessee. When the heck is Tennessee? Where's Tennessee putting all these recruits? Where they at?
Exactly.
On the basketball team?
Exactly.
Because they ain't doing it on the football team.
So Michigan was 12, you said?
Who was that?
Michigan was 12?
Yeah.
So that's the second, if I remember, if I'm hearing properly, that was the second Big Ten team. No other Big Ten teams were after, between Ohio State at 2 and Michigan at 12. Okay. So
all right, here we go. We got to go down to 16 to get to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And Wisconsin is twice as good as Michigan every day of the week. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to break it to you, but we finally get to, at number 17, the UT Longhorns.
Yeah. I mean,
your boy got 1 5-star, 8 4-stars, and 10 3-stars.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Can he recruit?
I mean, it's one thing to get those 4, 5, 3-stars in there. It's okay. They came in. What did they leave as? How productive? How were you able to develop them as young men off the field, as students, and then as athletes? So it's great. That's why these rankings, again, no shade at those that do this. Honorable. Do what you do. But I think, just like there should never be a preseason poll because you're always going to have that Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, I think recruiting classes should be ranked 2 to 3 years down the line.
Down the line.
You don't know what these kids are going to do.
Won't know it all. 19 is Maryland, 20 is Arkansas, 21 is Penn State.
Mm-hmm. Now, Maryland, I will say this. Mike Locksley is doing some things in Maryland. He flipped a linebacker from Michigan that was pretty high. I think he was 19th in the country. And he flipped him to Maryland. So that's something to watch out for.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Mike Locksley. What he's building there.
Yeah. I mean, he did some things in New Mexico. Wasn't that successful. He went Alabama, stayed some time with Nick Saban, and Maryland came calling. Actually, the story goes when Maryland hired DJ Durkin from Florida. Had they hired Mike Locksley, there was a young kid quarterback in the DMV that was signing with Maryland named Dwayne Haskins. But once they did not hire Mike Locksley, Dwayne Haskins went to Ohio State, and the rest is history.
Yeah. All right, I got to do Sybil Wilkes. Can you hang on for me for a minute or two?
145. I got you.
Okay. All right, we'll be right back with the Willy Gibson right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Let's get a coronavirus update from Sybil Wilkes. We'll be right back with more after this.
Leading members of Congress are moving toward agreement on a new coronavirus stimulus package. Among the items agreed upon thus far are the extension of unemployment benefits and direct checks will be half of the previous $1,200 payments. A New York State Supreme Court judge ruled that the Trump Organization must turn over
the old
property whose tax
in Living Color skit. Remember Benita Betrayal? I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't heard it from me. Yeah, I ain't heard it from me.
Protected by attorney-client privilege.
You haven't heard it from me yet. Until it's confirmed, and you'd be like, "Yeah, my boy told me first 2 days ago." Yeah, I just can't do it right now because
that is temporary for most people.
I know we online. Sorry, El Michelle. I apologize.
Join the
I apologize.
BlackVotersMatterFund.org for more information. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.
Let's get it. Lunch break crew. What's up with it?
All right, y'all. We're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is our Throwback Thursday, and Willie and I are throwing back to the National Signing Day. First of all, to all those kids that said that they were going to respective colleges, to you and your families, congratulations. More than anything, forget about stars. You got an opportunity to do some things in your life that maybe other members of your family never got to do, or it's your turn. So enjoy every moment of it. And parents, make sure you got the school that has your child's best interest in mind, and that's going to treat your child like you want them to be treated. So congratulations to all of y'all. We pray blessings upon you all. That being said, I got a couple of birthday shout outs I got to do. One of my good friends from the Forest Park High School in Forest Park, Ohio, Denise. Back in the day, we used to call her Cola. I'm kidding. That's soul food. Denise Stewart celebrated her birthday today, and then one of my long-term friends from New Orleans, Louisiana, and that is Kimberlyn Negrete celebrating a birthday today. I got to get my brother Usher on to say happy birthday to y'all before the show is over. But us December babies, we rock, man. We rock. You got any December babies in your family, Willie?
I do. A couple of them.
Yeah, shout out to December babies, man.
My mother. Happy heavenly birthday today, actually.
Your mother's birthday is today, Willie?
Yeah, she would have been 66. Yep.
Happy heavenly birthday to your mom.
Absolutely. I have a cousin that's born on Christmas Eve.
I got a daughter that's born on Christmas Eve.
Wow. Yeah, my cousin's born on Christmas Eve.
That's all right. Now, did your cousin get one gift, or did they separate birthday from Christmas?
Well, he's older, so I mean, when I came along, he's a little older than me. So when I say he got the, they did their best to differentiate, keep them separate. So, yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, man, one thing I was always intentional about is separating my baby girl's birthday from Christmas, and she loves me for that. I got to tell you how she made me cry after the top of the hour. She made me cry, man. She made Akeem's birthday. That's Larry Williams' son. Big shout out to Akeem celebrating his birthday today. We'll be right back right after this.
Legendary 1140 AM KYOK Conroe and 92.3 FM K222CX Houston.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests, and callers, who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Yeah, Akeem is 26 years old today. That's Larry Williams' son, and we wish him a happy and blessed birthday as well. In fact, let me get a birthday. We get this birthday crew on here to sing happy birthday to these good birthday folks, man. Willie, can you say, did we go over this? You can sing, can't you, Willie?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
All right, so I'm gonna let my homeboy do it first, and then I'm gonna let you backdoor him, okay?
Oh,
so
no, pause. No, we're not doing that. No,
you get it on the tail end. You get it on the tail end.
No, we're not doing that.
Willie, backdoor this one right here. Hold on, Willie.
No, sir. No, sir.
Willie, back.
It's your birthday. Ooh, it's your birthday. Go shawty, it's your birthday. Today's your day.
Happy birthday, everybody. Yeah, I'm like Melvin Franklin from the Temptations. I'll get you that, Merry Christmas from the Temptations. Yeah, we're not doing that. You're not having me on that. No, sir. No, sir. Not me.
See, all of my life I've had to fight, and you told Harpo to beat me.
No, sir. Not me.
Well, if I had your voice, I would make people think I could sing. I sure would.
Mm-hmm.
I'd give them like a half a note. Ooh, maybe they'd be like, "Oh, AJ!" Willie, you've used that before.
Perhaps. Plausible deniability. I may have, I may not have.
Man, oh man, oh man. This is too funny. Willy Gibson joining me. He's a broadcast journalist from Columbus, Ohio. Covers the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes, and the Cleveland Browns. And Willie, man, again, it's good having you. Thank you for dropping in on me. Again, I'm really looking forward to this weekend in the NFL. I think it's going to be some good games. I think there are going to be some surprises. Notwithstanding the Cleveland Browns, y'all obviously got to bounce back, or they obviously have to bounce back from that loss to the Ravens. They're on Sunday Night Football. Cleveland's gotten more primetime action than they have in a long time, and they're taking on a team that can be kind of not dangerous, but if you don't pay attention to them, they get away from you. But they're going to be without their quarterback, right? Is Daniel Jones going to be able to play?
They haven't confirmed that yet, but what has been confirmed in this, when I say funny, is not. This is a serious situation. Jason Garrett, offensive coordinator, has tested positive for COVID-19,
Positive for
so
COVID.
he will be working remotely. He will not be at the game Saturday or Sunday, rather Sunday night. The ironic part of that is tight ends coach Freddie Kitchens will be calling plays on Sunday Night Football for the Giants against the Cleveland Browns. You can't. That's the funny part. We're not laughing at Jason Garrett. We're laughing at the irony that Freddie Kitchens, who we discussed earlier, former head coach of the Cleveland Browns, will be calling plays for the New York Giants this Sunday against the Cleveland Browns.
That is hilarious to me. All right, so let me ask you this. And I'm being real. I don't often get petty. At all.
No, really? No.
In fact, I think I've been petty none this year and maybe one time last year.
Wow.
You think Baker Mayfield is going to stare Freddie Kitchens down on the sidelines after the game if they win?
Baker, no.
I know one thing. I know this. If Baker don't do it, I'm in him, Doc. I'm not on him. I'm in him. Do you hear me?
I hear you.
Willie, I know you don't. Willie, you're not going to stare the black man down because the black man went back to the place where they gave him a job after you fired him. Mm-hmm. And then you're not going to stare Freddie Kitchens down after he is calling plays against your team. Mm-hmm. Come on, man.
Nah, different scenario, and I'll tell you why. Hugh went back the game week of the game. So Freddie in the offseason. I'm
gonna put my mask on so y'all can't see my lips moving under this mask.
Yeah,
that's
one.
What you're saying?
That's one. Two. I mean, come on. Baker, that Baker and this Baker, I told you, we talked about this before. The latitude and the cachet that was given to Baker Mayfield by that previous regime, you haven't seen that this year. So that's why you won't see it. You won't see Baker do anything to Freddie Kitchens.
I'm so glad these good Christian folks cannot see my mouth right now. Wow. Willy Gibson, I'm telling you,
man. Come on, man. And this Baker Mayfield wouldn't have did that to Hugh Jackson last year. I guarantee you. The dude that they have now, nah, he wouldn't have done it. But again, the cash that he was given in that building by those that are no longer in that building, that's what you got.
I know I should be talking. I know folks driving down the street like, what's wrong? There's dead air. Mm-hmm. That is just crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth.
Cleveland is a 4.5-point favorite in this game. It's in the Meadowlands. Is Cleveland going to win the game?
Yeah, you got to remember also, Freddie got the job because of his relationship with Baker. You think of the 7 games that Freddie Kitchens was the offensive coordinator, Baker's rookie year, and you look at what he did, I understand why John Dorsey chose. I'm not saying he was right, and I'm saying that he should have. I ain't saying he should have did it.
Who was the offensive coordinator before that, the one that got fired along with Williams?
Hugh Jackson, Todd Haley.
Todd Haley. I couldn't remember his name. Didn't Todd Haley come out from under Bill Belichick? Isn't he former Bill Belichick OC? I think he is.
No, I know he was. No, he's with Parcells. He's with Parcells.
I'm finna check, bro. Todd Haley. That's a snake in the grass right there.
He was with Parcells. He was a Parcells guy. He was in Dallas with Parcells.
Is it Haley?
It is.
Okay, let me see.
He was in Dallas. He was in Kansas City. He was actually head coach of Kansas City for a while. He was in Pittsburgh with your guy, Tomlin.
Yeah, I know. Mike Tomlin ran his tail on out of there. Mm-hmm. him and Mike Tomlin didn't get along. Ben Roethlisberger and him didn't get along. Okay, here's what we got. He was a wide receiver coach in Dallas, wide receiver coach with the Bears, offensive coordinator with the Cardinals, head coach in Kansas City, offensive coordinator Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and now he's at Riverview High School ruining their offense as their offensive coordinator. You're right. He didn't come out of Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick like, yo, I got a lot of them wrong. That ain't mine. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Man, you messed me up with the Baker Mayfield thing. Baker better stare that boy down. He better stare a mud hole in his side. That man got a big head. He better put another hole in his head.
Nah.
All right. Let's go over some of these other games. Philadelphia at Arizona. Is Jalen Hurts gonna ball out again, like he did against the Saints?
He may. It'll be a good one. It'll be him and Kyler Murray going head up. So it should be a good game.
The Oklahoma connection. Well, if I'm UT, I'm mad. I'm mad that y'all got stuck with what's his name? What's his name? Urlacher. What's the quarterback?
Sam Ehlinger. Sam Ehlinger.
I'm mad that I missed out on a Jalen Hurts and a Kyler Murray.
And didn't the one kid, the number 2 quarterback, just transfer from last year's class? The Texas kid? And didn't the 2022 Texas quarterback just sign with Ohio State? Oh, okay.
But Tom Herman, we got our man. All right, so you got who you got? Philadelphia or Arizona?
I'm gonna go Arizona.
Arizona's a 6-point favorite.
Yep.
At home.
Yep. Doug Peterson still coaching in Philly?
Yeah. And I just want to say real quick, I'm a Jalen Hurts fan. He's from Channel View High School here in Houston. I am not a Philadelphia Eagle fan. All right, stay right there. Let me do a quick sports update, and we'll come right back with Willy Gibson. We're going to go through these games real quick right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is our Throwback Thursday.
Important COVID-19 school system update for your local area. If you're concerned about your child's education, please pay close attention to this message. The current school systems were not set up for at-home learning. If you're worried that your child may not be getting the grades they need to get ahead, may be losing self-confidence, or you're worried about them getting into a good college because of their grades, help is available to you. Call Grade Potential Tutoring. They can help with in-home or online tutoring and help your child with any subject at every grade level, even for test prep. They're experts in the home tutoring and online tutoring field and confident they can help you and your child get better grades today. Call now for your free consultation. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. That's 800-580-7680. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's AJ Jones with the lunch break on the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3 FM. It's that time of year when we are reminded of all the things we should be thankful for and that it's more blessed to give than to receive. So with that in mind, on Wednesdays from now through Christmas, we'll give you a chance to win a gift certificate from Butterball. That's right, you can win a gift certificate for a Butterball turkey on Wednesdays on the lunch break between 12 and 2. Just be the right caller, and your Butterball turkey will be on us at the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3. I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who've helped people that have been injured or wrong.
All right.
Have you been diagnosed with cancer? Are you one of the millions who have taken Zantac or other generic versions of this popular drug to help treat stomach issues? Then pay close attention to this message. The FDA said it detected low levels of a probable cancer-causing chemical known as NDMA in Zantac and other generic forms of this popular drug. They've banned sales and even removed it from the market. If you've been diagnosed with cancer and you've taken Zantac or a generic equivalent, call the legal helpline now. You could receive a free cash award and have your medical expenses covered. And there's no upfront cost to you. They only get paid if you win. So please call now. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. That's 800-251-7816.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
The lunch break, where sports are the special of the day on the legendary KYOK.
All right, we're back here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones, along with Willy Gibson, Throwback Thursday. And Willy, let's see. Going back to these games, You got Arizona beating Philly. You got Cleveland beating the Giants. What about the Rams and the Jets? That one's in L.A., Rams and the Jets. I know, I got it. All right, moving on.
They're there again. Yeah.
I'm moving on. This is going to be a better than expected game. Seattle goes to the nation's capital to take on the Washington football team.
No, Russ, as much as I want to pick Seattle in this, that defense, I'm not even talking about the offense in Washington. Right. That defense, Chase Young, Montez Sweat, Deron Payne. I'm going to pick Washington.
Washington at home.
The football team, the city, the district.
Who's started quarterback for Washington?
That's the thing. Right now, they're still saying Alex Smith. Calf strain, he's going to be all right.
I don't see Seattle losing that one. It might be an ugly game. Russ might not play his best, but I just feel like Seattle's going to step up and get that one done because Seattle's defense doesn't have to do a whole lot. Seattle's defense has been a problem. And I know Russ has got to figure out how to manufacture some points against a very good defense. But I just feel like Seattle's going to find a way to win that one. So you going Washington, I'm going Seattle. Chicago at Minnesota, another interesting. Both teams got very slim playoff hopes. That one's in Minnesota. Who wins that one in that black and blue division?
I pick Minnesota. Mike Zimmer. I like his defense. I like Dalvin Cook. I don't necessarily care for Kirk Cousins, but I like Dalvin Cook. I mean, Justin Jefferson is doing now the most crazy comment I heard last weekend was Joe Buck saying that Justin Jefferson is having the best season a rookie receiver has ever had in Vikings history. Hey, wait a minute, what? Did you not see Randy Moss in 97? 98, rather?
Like, ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is an abundance.
Stop it.
Yeah.
So
that's just like the announcers that was saying, what's the kid quarterback in Notre Dame is the best quarterback all time in Notre Dame history. Come on, man.
Recency bias.
Come on, man.
Recency bias. Yeah.
That's just you got a whole dude named Joe Montana. You got a whole dude named Tony Rice that has a ring, and you giving it to some dude that had to take over from somebody else.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, the kicker is the winningest kicker of all time in Notre Dame history as well. So there you go. All right. So you're going with Minnesota. I'm going with the Bears on the road. New England at Miami.
Long way from week one when New England beat Miami, and we were like, "Oh, here we go, same old Dolphins." But I got to pick Miami. I haven't seen enough. Yeah,
I got Miami at home as well. All right, Tampa Bay at Atlanta. Atlanta's a 6-point underdog,
and for a reason. Tampa Bay.
I feel like Tampa Bay is going to ball out, but this is that time of year. Atlanta does what the Texans can't do, and that's play spoiler. Atlanta will mess you up. Mm-hmm. They will. They're not going to do it this week, but they will. All right? All right, here we go. You ready? Kansas City at New Orleans. Drew Brees has been cleared to practice.
Not the game.
Not the game.
We're talking about practice.
Talking about practice.
Okay. Yeah. Tyreek Hill, Mecole Hardman, Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
I like it.
Yeah, Le'Veon Bell, So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, now I can mention Patrick Mahomes. Kansas City. Kansas City. It's 2 in a row for the Saints.
I know.
Kansas City.
I know. Like, man, Taysom Hill is a good package quarterback. He is not a starter. Mm-hmm. And everybody that started touting Taysom Hill like he was the second or third coming should be ashamed of themselves.
When you guarantee $21 million, though, I saw that from the rip. When I saw that, I'm like, oh, he's playing. He's playing.
All right. So I got Kansas City. That hurts. All right, real quick, got to run through these because Kris Gardner has just jumped on. All right, San Francisco at Dallas.
San Francisco.
Dallas going to upset them. Jacksonville at Baltimore.
Baltimore with no receivers. All Baltimore's on COVID list.
That's okay. Still Baltimore.
Yeah.
Detroit at Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Houston at the Colts.
Indy.
Carolina at Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Buffalo at Denver.
Buffalo.
And then tonight, Chargers at Raiders.
Chargers
in the upset. You know what you're talking about. All right, let me take a quick break. Come back. Listen, we're going to talk some basketball. Willie, I know you don't know nothing about basketball, but we're going to talk some basketball.
I'm with the guru now.
Don't insult that man like that. He knows basketball, I'm sure.
Come on,
you know what? He knows basketball. Willie knows. That'd be a great. Is it Will Knows or Willie knows?
Will knows.
Will Knows is a great name for a podcast. I wish somebody would get it started. All right, Kris, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a quick break, and I'm coming back, and you know how I'm coming, so you just stay right there.
Okay.
Lunch break on the Legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
Hi, I'm Linda J. I recently purchased 4 new tires from OMG Tires and More, located at 3124 Tidwell, between 59 and Jensen. TK got me in and out in less than 30 minutes. While there, I got my car washed. Do you need brands for your car? OMG has them too. OMG Tires and More is your one-stop shop for all your tire needs. So give them a call at 832-767-3211. That's 832-767-3211. Conveniently located at 3124 Tidwell between 59 and Jensen on the north side.
Here's an important COVID-19 school system update for your local area. If you're concerned about your child's education, please take the most important steps. The current school systems were not set up for at-home learning. If you're worried that your child may not be getting the grades they need to get ahead, maybe losing self-confidence, or you're worried about them getting into a good college because of their grades, help is available to you. Call Grade Potential Tutoring. They can help with in-home or online tutoring and help your child with any subject and every grade level, even for test prep. They're experts in the home tutoring and online tutoring field and confident they can help you and your child get better grades today. Call now for your free consultation. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. That's 800-580-7680.
I'm Mayor Sylvester Turner. We need to be mindful of everyone's health and safety when planning family gatherings. Make a plan and share it with your guests. Get tested at one of the many free testing sites within the city. Wear your mask, wash your hands frequently, and social distance, so you can enjoy your time together with peace of mind. Protecting our loved ones is the most important thing for all of us. Mask up, Houston. We're better together.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. 2 radio stations in one.
All right, y'all. That's my intro song, but you know that ain't about me. This is the one we need to hear right now.
I have respect for guys. I have respect for guys' games and what they've done, but at no point in my career will I ever back down.
Y'all, he don't back down. He brings it like nobody else's business.
But I will never apologize.
He don't apologize for being one of the best.
I shoot.
does it his way on the Houston Roundball Review. He ain't trying to make you mad. Definitely ain't trying to make you look bad. He's knocking on everybody. It is none other than Kris Gardner, founder and everything at the Houston Roundball Review, joining us here again on the lunch break on the Legendary KYOK. They all do 92.3 FM. What's up, Kris?
Brothers, how y'all doing?
It's good, sir.
I'm honored, sir. Thank you for letting me join the show.
Man, listen to me, man. Listen to me. All right, so James Harden played his first preseason action, and looked all right. 3 for 10, 12 points, 21 minutes. Okay, we don't even want to talk about that.
Irrelevant.
He was asked the question, do you now want to be here? And James said, I'm just focused on being here
right now.
That's what I'm trying to say. Take me from there, Kris Gardner.
That was an awkward media session yesterday, press conference. It was awkward. A colleague from ESPN, Tim McMahon, asked him what the reasons for him being in the ATL in Vegas, and James said, that's where I was training. The man gonna sit there and basically lie to all of us that he was there training, even though we got clips, videos, social media shows where he was with his friend, buddy, little baby, entertainer, partner, man, whatever you want to call him, confidant, giving him a honey bun. I learned something new. I didn't even know what that was, honey bun in that vernacular.
So I feel like I grew up on the wrong side of the tracks. Willie, did you know what a honey bun was before this incident?
No, not at all.
Okay, because I knew. I was like, I need you to come to camp. I need you to bring me a honey bun. I don't need the bag with honey buns in. I'm trying to lose weight. But that other honey bun, bring it, like with my name on it. Like
all three of us could use a honey bun, no question.
Yes, sir. Yes,
so
sir.
It was awkward to say the least, but at least he showed up. I was surprised he did provide some answers instead of just doing the Marshawn Lynch, I'm just here so I won't get fined, comments. But he was there. Rockets play the Spurs again tonight, 7:00 downtown. So we'll see if he plays any more minutes than the 21 he got on Tuesday.
Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, joining us. Willy Gibson, sports broadcaster from Columbus, Ohio, with us as well. I didn't see the chemistry. I didn't expect to see the chemistry the other night. Do we expect to see James Harden gel better with John Wall, with Boogie Cousins, with some of the other guys that are playing well right now, by the way?
It's on him. It's up to him. If he wants to maintain or look professional, it's on him to get the job done on the basketball court, because John Wall and Boogie Cousins and the other Rockets are ready to do what they have to do, be professional, and get the job done on the court. If James wants to be part of that, he would do so. If he doesn't, then he can just sit and wait for the Rockets to trade him, where they will trade him to an offer that best suits them and not him.
Yeah. Willie, don't let me dominate the conversation. I know you got some questions as well, because for me, looking at it from the outside in, what does this look like up in Cleveland, Willie?
Yeah, it looks bad. It makes James Harden look, like you said, the comments he made yesterday. I was in Vegas training. I was in Atlanta following my trainer. Like, come on, man. Everybody saw you. Everybody saw you. So to even say that. But the question I had is, you kind of mentioned it a little there, as far as when they trade him. Do you foresee a scenario where they'll send him home and just pay him not to play until they're able to trade him, a la Anthony Davis a couple years ago? Or
it's possible. It really comes down to what the owner, Tillman Fertitta, is willing to accept or willing to tolerate. And this real starts with James. If James is professional and does what he's supposed to do on the court, then the Rockets can have some leverage, and he has some more trade value that will help both sides. If James whines and does not handle things professionally, basketball professionalism, and if it gets to that point where Tillman says, sit his behind down, then that hurts James and the Rockets trading the trade value for him. So it's really on him. we all know he does not want to be here anymore for whatever reason. You know, AJ and I talked about it last week. The personnel on this year's team could be the best team he's played with since he's been here. But if his mind's made up, if his mom's mind's made up for him, whatever, then he's going to get dealt. Just a matter of time when and where.
That man said his mom's mind is made up.
I said it. Yeah, I said it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, and Willie, you thought I was rough.
I dunked on people, right? That's what the song says? Yeah.
I dunked on everybody. I dunk on everybody. Listen, man, I'm liking, and I'm taking the noise off of Harden for a second because it's only fair to the other guys to give them some love. And I'm going to tell you, a couple of folks are standing out to me. Jae'Sean Tate, I'm liking what I'm seeing there. Tell me a little more about this young man and what we can expect out of him.
You mean the young P.J. Tucker?
Is that what we got?
That's what it looks like to me. That's what it looks like to me. 24 years old.
Dunk and hung on the rim, and I was like, I like it. I like that.
You know, he's defense. Coach Silas likes him, too. He really likes him. You know, kudos to GM Rafael Stone for discovering him. Will Weaver was his, coach in Australia. Jae'Sean Tate he does a little bit of everything like PJ does. But Jae'Sean Tate is 24 years old. So PJ ain't. So that could be another reason why the Rockets are reluctant to give PJ that bag he wants. Yeah. And they may not because of Jae'Sean Tate and how well he's looked so far. That's reality and we all know this in the real world. If there is a younger, less expensive version of you than what we already have in the company, in the organization, then most franchises go with the younger, cheaper route. So that could be Jae'Sean Tate eventually.
Yeah, I got you. And I got to say, Ben McLemore is looking healthy, is looking extremely athletic, and he's looking hungry. Am I seeing him wrong?
And he's looking like someone who is being allowed to utilize his overall game and not just take threes and make threes. Mm-hmm. Imagine that. Mm-hmm. Oh, let me let my players do more than what I just stand in the corner and shoot a three. Oh, you have more skills than that? Thank you very much. Let's use those as well. What a novel concept.
Yeah. Willie, I know you got other questions, man.
Well, as far as you mentioned Jae'Sean Tate, the former Buckeye. I got to throw that in there.
Please, the Ohio State. You got to say it right. Sir. Come on, the.
Indeed, the.
Even John Wall said when he talked about Jae'Sean, he said, "I saw him play at the Ohio State." I was like, okay, John.
Indeed. Mm-hmm. So, Kenyon Martin Jr. As far as what he's done, and that's an interesting story to me. Do you foresee him staying with the squad, or maybe going to the D League or G League rather, or what have you?
I think more G League this year. Coach Silas did touch on it. He does like his potential and what he can bring, but rotation wise, it'll be really tough for him to crack the rotation and stay in the rotation this season. So development wise, it's probably better for him, to go down to the G League a little bit. But yeah, long term, his goal, like a lot of young people, is to stay in the NBA. And I think he's got the mindset and the work ethic to get that done.
The name that I haven't seen a whole lot of just yet, but we obviously expect a lot out of him is the one that we got in the trade for when they got Trevor Ariza back, and then they traded him in the pick up to Detroit. What's up with this young man, and when are we going to see more of him?
Christian Wood.
Yeah.
There's a chance he plays today versus the Spurs. Everyone, who's seen him practice likes what he does. And numerous colleagues ask any difference between his skill set and Boogie Cousins' skill set. And the biggest thing is Christian is a lob finisher. He can finish at the rim. John Wall can toss it up to him, and Christian can throw it down. He's more athletic than Boogie Cousins is. But other than that, both of them are pick and pop guys, big men who can shoot from the three from the perimeter. They do have overall skills, passing the cutters. Christian is really, I saw him in Detroit. I'm a Pistons fan. Sorry, Will, I'm a Pistons fan. I saw the struggles last year and the last few years, but he has potential, and with a coach willing to utilize his overall game, I think Christian has that skill set that will fit here in this offense. He has an elbow abrasion. That's what it was termed. So I'm not sure what that really is, but an elbow abrasion. And Christian said that he discovered it or learned about it the previous night. He spoke to the media, I think, Monday. And he said he discovered it or was told about it Sunday. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. But that's the reason why he didn't play in Chicago. He didn't play Tuesday versus the Spurs, but there's a chance he plays tonight in the second game against the Spurs as the Rockets wrap up preseason.
Okay. All right. Elbow what? Abrasion?
Abrasion, yes. Not a bruise, not a scratch, an abrasion. You think about that, aren't you, AJ? You wonder what that could be, right?
No, I really ain't.
you just gonna accept it, huh? Just gonna take it as it is.
Not to say what I want to say, like for real, bro. All right.
He said it. That's what he's told the media. He said abrasion.
Yeah, man. Yep.
I wouldn't lie to y'all.
I know you ain't gonna lie. We got Kris Gardner from the Houston Roundball Review joining us here on the lunch break. Rockets play tonight. They host the San Antonio Spurs. Final game of the preseason. When can we expect cuts? Or
more cuts? They cut a few guys yesterday. Jerry and Grant was among those cuts. They're down to 17 now. I think they'll money-wise, I mean, most NBA teams will keep 15 this year if you got the ownership who can afford it. So,
and the Rockets don't. But go ahead.
But there's a chance they may just stick with 15, maybe 14. But first game that counts is on the 23rd. So final cut should be due before that, the 22nd. I think is the deadline. So they'll go from there. And after tonight's game, they have plenty of time to get ready, practice, and hopefully get Mr. Harden and Mr. Tucker acclimated into the new offense.
Okay. All right. Willie, another question from you?
No, I don't. Those are the only two I had.
Kris, give me a potential starting five for the 23rd. Not for tonight, but for the 23rd. Starting five.
John Wall, James Harden, Eric Gordon, PJ. Ooh, right now I'll say Boogie Cousins, but I think ultimately it'll be Christian Wood starting at the 5.
Okay. Boogie is a guy that I covered in Sacramento. Their former head coach was an HBCU grad, so he gave us unfettered access.
Must be nice.
And let me tell you something. Boogie is a dude that if he don't like it, he gonna say something.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
And watch this. And will push through some people to go say what he has to say.
Yes, I've seen those clips. Yes, and I've heard about them. Yes.
I'm trying to Willie right here. This Deacon Willie right here. I'm trying to be respectful.
Come on.
I'm trying to be respectful.
But
it's James Harden's team, right?
Says who?
I'm trying to be respectful.
So, okay, are you tying it into Boogie Cousins, or you just go back to throw a rock at James Harden?
No, I'm tying it into Boogie. If James don't act right, Boogie ain't gonna sit there and be quiet.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Oh, okay. Well, Russ didn't sit quiet last year.
Russ had some interesting comments like recently.
And we see where Russ is. What happened to Russ?
James got his way. He did what he wanted to do. He didn't do what he didn't want to do. And here we are. That's telling.
But whose fault is that, though? If the organization allows their elite player to do whatever he wants to do, let's just be real about in life. Some of this stuff we as society have allowed celebrities, politicians, just entertainers to get away with anything that they want to do because we're something in it for us. And then we're shocked when that person takes liberties and takes that rope and runs miles with it as if we did not create that monster. We allowed all this. The Rockets allowed James to be James. And now they're like, oh, no, James, you can't do that anymore. What we allowed you to do for the previous 8 years. James like, why not? What changed? I'm still James Harden. And now the Rockets are like, oh, no, James. You can't do that anymore. Bad, James. Bad. Go ahead. Say it. Go ahead. Say it.
But you ain't won nothing. You ain't won nothing.
This is true.
You ain't won nothing.
This is very true.
You're not
very
LeBron,
true.
You're not KD. You're not Kawhi. Doggone it, you ain't even.
Steph, Draymond. Talking about rings. I mean,
Looney got more rings than you.
Well, but James will come around and say it wasn't my fault. I didn't tear the hamstring.
But you couldn't carry the team after the hamstring.
But
you had 2 chances to win 1 game, and you couldn't do it. And Kris, I was sitting right behind you in the interview room after they blew it when they had the 0 for 27 and what was it, 7 for 41 or whatever it was. And he's like, I told you guys, come on, let's go. And I said right then, you are not a leader. Chris Paul would have said, I told you guys, come on, let's go. You didn't even sound right to us saying it. You're not that dude. You can't do what you want to do. We tried that. It don't work.
And
this is what you're doing now.
The perception around the league is beginning to, I guess, become more public with it, because now you have personnel people. Of course, it's anonymous, but folks are saying James is not a champion. He's not a two-way player. He's an elite scorer. You got some teams just don't want to deal with his drama. As great a scorer as he is, and he has gotten better on defense, but when you start at 0, an improvement to 2 is an improvement, but that is the perception that he has across the league in many teams. So, elite scorer, all NBA, we all know it, and we all know James has a lot of stands who will just ride or die with him and cape for him all day long. But you said it a minute ago. You're not a winner. You have not won a ring. You haven't done those things to carry your team across that finish line. That's the bottom line.
LeBron James has taken everybody that he played with.
Inferior teams with less talent.
He took 13 other dudes that some of them would have had problem making the rec league team to the NBA Finals the first time in Cleveland.
He destroyed the Pistons by himself when the Pistons were the better team, and he beat them by himself.
Coach of the Year fired the year that the dude won NBA Coach of the Year. And this dude, everywhere he's been a champion. And James Harden wants that kind of treatment? I almost said the wrong thing on the wrong station, bro. No. No. Hades, no. No, you wrong for that, Chad. Don't do that, no. Go sit down. No.
So you're saying you don't want to give him a chance here in Houston?
He can sit down here in Houston, play the 2. John Wall is going to run the 1. You get on that 2. We'll put somebody in at the 3 and the 4, and Boogie going to run the 5 unless we put Christian Wood in. Period. And when I say come out. Don't walk, don't saunter, sprint off the court. Sit down.
So you're asking him to change some of his ways and habits that he's developed.
Bruh, man. Back in the day, there used to be a way you can change some ways. You can't do it no more. They call that 1-800 number, and they'll come take the child out of the home. But somebody need to get him, pull him aside, get him in the back room and say, listen, you messing it up for everybody. And that's why we're trying to tie it together. Boogie is that dude. Boogie is appeasing him right now. Boogie's just letting it mellow. Even John kind of said, listen,
John's that dude too.
Okay, this is all I'm saying. He got about that much time. Chris Paul might not have said it. Dwight Howard might not have had the juice to say it. His homeboy just, you know what? I didn't know you was that bad off. I'm going to head out. I'm going to let you have this because you worse off than I thought you were. Boogie ain't that dude. Boogie gonna talk to you. He's not gonna talk about you.
Okay. I believe you. I'm looking forward to that happening. Hopefully it won't happen. It won't take too long to happen. Because, and there's one thing, I know in media, we have to, not have to, but ask the questions. But I'm really am tired of media asking the players and Coach Silas, what do you think James is thinking? I'm not James. Why are you asking me to think for James? When James is here, ask James those questions. Now, James doesn't want to answer them and give us some nonsense about training in Vegas and the ATL. That's his answer to your question. But stop asking Coach Silas about how do you think James is feeling, or move on. Ask Coach Silas about the players who are playing and producing and who want to be here.
Amen. Amen, Reverend. Amen. We got to get ready to go. Willy Gibson, tell everybody where they can find you and follow you, my brother.
Appreciate you. Will Gibson 7 on Twitter and Instagram, and Willy Gibson on Facebook.
And soon to be Will Knows.
Will Knows podcast is forthcoming.
Coming to you.
Look forward to it.
Appreciate you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Willy. Bless you, man. Kris, tell everybody where they can find you and follow you, my brother, with your awesome self, man. I love what you're doing, bro.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Houston Roundball.review.com. And I'm going to give you credit and the lunch break on KYOK credit for the response I'm getting on YouTube, because these 15 days, my channel has blown up. It's just blown up. Houston Roundball Review on YouTube. So those Rocket fans, thank you very much for tuning in and watching the videos. And Houston Roundball Review on Instagram, YouTube. Twitter is a little bit different. It's the depending on where you're from in the world, THEHR Review.
All right, guys. I appreciate you, man. And we got nothing but love for both of y'all. So, man, y'all keep doing what you're doing. We definitely going to support you here on the lunch break. Y'all have a good rest of your day. We'll talk soon. We'll see who comes out on top tonight, and then we'll get ready for some real basketball starting on the 23rd.
Y'all take care. Be safe.
I appreciate it.
Y'all. Man, good brothers, both of them. Very good brothers. Y'all follow them at their various locations. Like I said, definitely get on that YouTube channel and follow Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. And when Willy Gibson comes out with Will Knows, we all going to be on that. All right, y'all, let me get a break in right here. This segment brought to you by the Care Team. CareTeamCares.com is the website, CareTeamCares.com. But first, we'll hear a couple of words from our sponsor, and then after that, you'll hear from the Care Team. If you don't have medical insurance, you need to get with the Care Team, CareTeamCares.com.
My name is Lily. My mom and dad used to fight about money all the time. Then one day, I heard them talking about this guy, some uncle I never knew, called Uncle Sam. Well, they say this Uncle Sam guy wanted them to pay him like $1 gazillion, and they didn't have $1 gazillion. So they called this company they heard on the radio called the Tax Doctor. And the Tax Doctor worked with Uncle Sam's people. I think they're called the IRS. And they're able to work it out so my mom and dad didn't have to pay Uncle Sam very much money at all. So now mom and dad are happy, and I'm happy too. Thanks, Tax Doctor.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, call now and pay less. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. That's 800-603-9359.
Coronavirus is ravaging our community. Make sure you have health insurance. Let Care Team Insurance assist you with our free medical enrollment assistance program. Call now and see what you qualify for at 281-990-1377. There are over 13 million people without insurance that should qualify for plans starting at $0 to only $50 per month. Care Team has helped thousands of people just like you by providing free enrollment assistance. Don't be taken advantage of by people selling bad or fake insurance. Make sure you have health insurance. Let Care Team Insurance assist you. This is AJ Jones, and KYOK listeners, I want you to call now and see what you qualify for. Plans starting at $0 to only $50 per month at 281-990-1377. That's 281-990-1377. Or visit careteamcares.com.
Woo.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's AJ Jones with the lunch break on the legendary KYOK AM 1140 and 92.3 FM. It's that time of year when we are reminded of all the things we should be thankful for, and that it's more blessed to give than to receive. So with that in mind, on Wednesdays from now through Christmas, we'll give you a chance to win a gift certificate from Butterball. That's right, you can win a gift certificate for a Butterball turkey on Wednesdays on the lunch break between 12 and 2. Just be the right caller, and your Butterball turkey will be on us at the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3.
You're listening to 1140 AM and 92.3 FM, the legendary KYOK.
Now let's get back
All right,
to
y'all.
the lunch break with AJ on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
Got to get ready to cut out a little bit early, so let me go ahead and give you a quick sports update. Rockets and Spurs meeting the final preseason game of the season tonight at 7 o'clock in Houston. Spurs will visit Memphis on the 23rd in their season opener at 7. Rockets are going to host Oklahoma City on the 23rd in their season opener, also at 7. Cowboys are going to host the 49ers Sunday at noon with very slim playoff hopes alive. We'll see if they can get it done. Texans are going to visit the Colts Sunday at noon. They're just playing out the string, but they did interview Louis Riddick, who is one of the hosts of Monday Night Football, about their vacant GM job. New Orleans going to host Kansas City. That'll be Sunday at 3:25. Drew Brees has been cleared to practice. That does not mean he's going to start or play. Tonight, you got Chargers and the Raiders on Thursday Night Football. That'll kick off at 7:20 on Fox. UT San Antonio lost to Oregon State in men's college basketball, 73-61. Number 11 UT, Shaka Smart got them rolling. They beat Sam 79-63. And then big shout out to the HBCUs that got wins over non-HBCU schools. Major League Baseball has finally done it. They have added the Negro League to the official stats and records, meaning that 3,400 players from the Negro League, founded in 1920, will be considered Major League Baseball players. Satchel Paige, Josh Gibson, Cool Papa Bell, and others now are legit, and they were before, but Major League Baseball has recognized them. All of their records, all of their stats, everything. That is outstanding. Long overdue, but glad you finally got it done, Major League Baseball. All right, without further ado, let me go ahead and wrap this thing up. Again, you got Donnie McClurkin and the Donnie McClurkin Show coming up. Sybil Wilkes is going to give you her final COVID-19 update for my show. And then tomorrow morning, you got Erica Campbell and Griff. Then you got me back with Freestyle Friday. I got a couple of very great guests coming to join me tomorrow. Be sure to tune in on the show. Don't forget, if you want to get in on the lunch break weekly picking, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge, be sure and get your picks in by 6 o'clock tonight. 6 o'clock tonight. I need the winner of all the games for the Monday night game. Give me the winner and what the final score will be. 27-14, 23-12, whatever you think it'll be, give me that. You can email it, aj@kyoksports.com, or text it, 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. You can win $50, and if you're in the top 6 at the end of the year, you'll compete for $500. All right? All right, as always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you. There's nothing you can do except wear your mask. See our new mask? And wash your hands 30 seconds or more. Sanitize everything around you. Be sensitive to everybody around you. And when you see that racism, kill it. Not the person, the racism. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good rest of your day. We'll talk to you soon. All right, y'all take care. I'll talk to you later.